Eddie G.
Uh-huh.
Yo, what are you saying, bro?
Just rocking it.
You
What's going on?
just rocking it or drunking it?
Just rocking, just doing
Yo,
the
I got a
dishes.
surprise for you, bro.
You got a surprise. Nice. Let's check it out. What's the surprise? Oh, see Rep.
Yo, he's making beats right now. Oh yeah, we got
What?
this. Chilling, bro, chilling. What do
Miss
you
you
gonna
guys.
say?
Miss you guys. Been too long. It's been too long.
I know, man. Fuck. It's been since like the last time. What we were at your crib, fucking watching that fight.
Yeah, yeah,
Remember that?
yeah. Was that when we did the video?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, that was the come on video.
Yeah, yeah. Shit,
Yeah,
that's been time. It's been
Shut
time.
it. It has been time, bro.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
So,
Hey, well, yo, salute, bro. I'm drinking the Crown Royal Peach.
nice, nice. I'm
Crown
drinking.
Royal, send the check.
Drinking water, send the water.
Send the water.
Yo, so
What's
yeah, I mean,
up,
I
bro?
want to like do like an interview. So yo,
Sure.
you did a fucking dope job on the Jack Hamilton project. You almost all the beats on there.
Yeah, yeah. We that was actually a project that was in the works for years actually. Like
Yeah,
I had those beats over to him like I want to say probably like 2014. Something like that, and then yeah, he had all the tracks done and stuff, right? So he sends me all the rough versions, and
yeah,
like I'm like like finish the tracks, like get them mastered, right? Because I hear them all, I'm like these are all sick. And then he just got it done like probably like a few months ago or whenever he dropped the tape, right? Like
yeah.
recently. So that's been working the times, man. So yeah, I produced all the beats. I was pretty anxious to hear all my shit come out on those. So yeah,
After all that time, eh?
I know. He killed that shit though.
For sure,
Yeah,
for
he
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I definitely want to like yeah, you're dope on both ends. Like I want to start off with production. Um, yeah, like what is it that really set, set you apart from like other producers? Because like you're on some shit.
Well, like I don't know, man. Like you know us. Like we always do like hip hop mainly. You know what I mean? So our stuff is pretty hip hop oriented. So a lot of these guys are doing the same melodic beats and stuff. You know how it goes with those
Mhm.
YouTube type producers and stuff like that. So
But
we do something pretty authentic, like breaking records. We're authentic to our own sound. So I'd say that'd be the difference, I guess. Maybe just being a little more old school and putting the elements in there a little more so than most of these new cats nowadays. So plus I've been doing it for a long time, man. You know that.
yeah, and like you definitely have a good ear for like I remember like I was getting beats off you, and like normally like when a producer sends beats to a person, like they'll listen to like 40 beats or something like that,
Yeah.
and like they'll be like, oh yeah, these two right here are these 40. These are the ones. Like you sent me two beats, and I was like honestly like prior to like pressing play on them, I was
Yeah.
like. I'm like, you sent me two beats, like,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Come on, bro. Like, what do you like? You sent me two. I only get to choose from two. Damn. Like, no, I
but I
kind of
played
like
them,
that.
but then I played them, and I'm like, yo, these are me.
Yeah. So yeah, my sample selection. I always kind of prided myself on sample selection. I'm a crate digger, man. So
Yeah,
like all the music and stuff that I know, like that's all it like in my beats, right? So like if I work with an artist and stuff, like I know all my beats. I'm that producer that like
yeah,
if I'm listening like to a guy, I'm like, okay, I know beat number like 138 and 76 is good for this guy. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like I kind of like tailor what I send to you,
yeah,
to that artist. But like a lot of the times it doesn't work, man, because a lot of people don't know what they should be, dropping over, and they need to trust the producer a little more.
for sure.
But I like that though. You felt it right away. I remember you telling me that.
yeah. I'm like, I rarely ever got that, like from like like somebody like sending me like two beats and I like both of them. Like that's like almost unheard of.
Yeah.
You
Hey,
know?
I must have the magic touch that day.
For sure, for
Yeah.
sure. So who are some of the people like you're getting beats to like nowadays?
Well, like nowadays, well, like I usually trying to stay like in house, but there's a couple contestants. We had that contest go on, like the Breaking Records
Yeah,
verse contest. We just had the Christmas one too. So like there's a few artists that came through, caught a couple beats off me. No, notably though, there's a cat. He's a Halifax cat. He used to work with like Classified and stuff. This J Brew guy. I ended up sending him a couple beats, so I'm pretty pumped to see what he does though. Shout out to J Brew.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's probably one of the main guys in the work. I got shout out to Chris Thomas. Chris Thomas is coming over tomorrow to check me for some beats.
Definitely
Uh,
shout out to Chris Thomas. He's part of the
Shout out
Breaking
to
Records.
Chris Thomas. Reaper's still got to get some Oasis beats, you know.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, for that that's on the beat side, but like on the MC side, it's like yo I'm gonna take you to like this like fucking tornado fucking dark storm right now. Like when you listen to your shit, you know?
Am I angry? Like I'm not that angry.
Is that like super on purpose? Like you're just like yo, I want people to feel like yo like this is the gutter. You know
This is the gutter.
this is like not really
Welcome to hell. Welcome to my
yeah
nightmare.
like welcome to hell you know.
Yeah, well, fuck, man. Life's crazy, as is, as is everything else. So that's what you put into your music, right? Shit gets fucked up sometimes. So sometimes tracks come out fucked up. I don't know. I've always been on that grimy shit. I've always liked the grimy, like, hood gutter shit like that. Like, I never too much for conscious rap. You know, there I go contradicting myself. We did that track "Come On" right there. That's pretty uplifting. That's about as uplifting as I get, though.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's got to be that shit, man. That's your sound. That's what people do. Like once you start doing a certain style, once you develop your style, you know what I mean? You run with it like that. You stay true to yourself. You stay, and
Yeah,
a lot of the shit I think and want to write down is, you know, some whatever you
for
said.
sure. For sure. I definitely appreciate though, because um, like the creative side of it, it's like there's definitely like some ones where you don't you don't see it. It's like completely like left field, and that's awesome. You know?
Yeah, you got to
Yeah,
keep
definitely.
it.
So do you always you always make the beat first, or do you kind of like sometimes for your own shit? You
Uh,
kind of have ideas for your own shit first?
well, for my shit, like like I always write first. I always write to like a different beat usually than one of my own. Uh, like when you make a beat and you spend like 3 hours on it, it's almost impossible to write to it after, no matter how sick you think it is. So like usually I'll write to like I'll just be listening to a beat or something. I'll be listening to a track like yesterday I'm listening to nonfiction drug music. I think that's a Pete Rock beat or whatever, right? And
Yeah.
I just started this fucking like rhyme. It was something about like it's a cross between something and the cannibal holocaust. Fans put up their hands like Christ when they were nailing him on the cross. And then I'm like, yo, it goes dope to that beat. So let me put this instrumental on here and I'll rock out to the instrumental. I'll write the verse and then I'll fit it to like I'll just do the same BPM with one of my beats or whatever, right? But it's hard to find inspiration from your own beats after you've drawn the inspiration from the sample and listened to it and mastered it and done everything over and over again. So like that's the process I always write first, and I always write to a different beat. I don't even think I don't want to say I've never have because I probably have, but I can't remember the last beat of my own if I've ever written to one of my own beats. I don't know if I have, like maybe a couple.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's but I get it though. I haven't done much beats myself, but I tried that shit, and
Yeah.
I had a beat banging, and I was like, yo, I'm feeling the vibe of this. I'm walking around the house, I'm going like this, you know, I'm feeling it, but then when I go to write to it, it was like drawing blanks.
Yeah, you get used to it, right? Like
Yeah,
the spark leaves you. So yeah, like when it comes to writing, definitely always writing over some random shit. Like all my boys are just like, man, you got to write to the beat, so it goes perfect to the beat, and you catch the pockets. I don't know what a pocket is.
yeah, definitely. That's funny. I don't know where the pocket is. Like, where's the pocket? You
Where's it
know,
at?
right?
Fuck up like a marsupial. I got pockets, motherfucker. Shit.
So, yeah. So, as far as like new stuff, what's going on?
Got a lot actually. A lot of shit cooking. You know, well, we started that the Down on My Last Marble tape, right? That project. Come On was the first single to drop. That was like a year ago, and then we got hit with coronavirus, so things got a little bit delayed, right? Obviously,
Yeah,
but things are just starting. The ball's rolling again. I just dropped the track "Run It Back" with Scott Free. I produced
definitely a
that
fire
beat.
track.
Yeah, yo, respect. Yeah, Scott Free killed that shit. He came real smooth. I'm happy,
Yeah,
real happy with that feature.
both
The
you guys.
next, I got this Murder One video dropping next Wednesday. I produced that. We got Specs One who did the video on that. He came out to Mississauga. It was fucking freezing cold out there. The video is gonna be worth it though. Like dope as shit. Um, yeah, really excited. I got the teaser trailer up on my Facebook too, on my Instagram.
Yeah,
So you can check that out. The Murder One single that's coming out, and then early April I'll be dropping the whole project Down on My Last Marble. That's what Come On. That's what Run It Back. I got Chris Thomas actually the next release after Murder One. We got that dropping next Wednesday. The next release is going to be a track called Move, produced by Kargi, this guy from Poland. I had this beat like from like 10 years ago, and the new Breaking Records homie Chris Thomas, he'll be doing a lyric video for that. So that's something else to watch out for as well.
okay,
Yeah,
dope,
it's
dope.
coming, man. It's coming. I got it coming at you.
Definitely, come on, yeah. When you first when you first when you first talked about doing a video, and I was thinking like, 'cause, like most of your stuff, the come on track is like quite a bit different from what I come to expect. And I was like me, I'm a good vibe guy, and
Oh yeah,
when I heard this, I was like, yo, this is the right video for me to do for you.
yeah. You know, it's a laid back kind of. Oh yeah, it's laid
Yeah,
back. That track definitely matches the NDG laid back personality for sure. That was I wrote that track, bro. Like really, like you know, like our homeboy Lipinski passed like a couple years
yeah,
ago, and when I started writing the Down on My Last Marble,
yeah.
which I didn't call it Down on My Last Marble at that time. We'll get into the naming of that in a second, but when I did write "Come On," that was like shortly after you know our bro Lipinski passed. Shout out to Lipinski, R.I.P.
Shout out
So
to Lipinski.
I was kind of in the you know, come on, Mike, check, come on, it don't matter what you rep. I don't even know the lyrics of the hook, shit. But yeah, it's but you know that's the kind of vibe you know you're in, just like you know positive, like you know you
Yeah.
never know if there's gonna be a tomorrow or not. So that's kind of why that track you know came out. I got other tracks like that too, Eddie, that make you feel good, right?
Yeah, you want you ladies to dance, right?
Not all my songs are called Murder One. That's just the next one.
For sure, for sure. It's definitely a good vibe. I was listening to it today, and I was dancing around the house.
Yeah. Yo, that was a cold video shoot as well. Like that was in the wintertime too. Fuck, we were freezing our balls off. Like,
Yeah.
what's with me? I gotta stop shooting music videos in the wintertime. Like
Especially that one too, because that one's like a summer type vibe, right?
it is, and it's just in the wintertime, like just all blue and gloomy. Like,
I,
nah, it's just dope though. Still,
I definitely I definitely had fun shooting that music video.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we ended up getting over into Vegas too, climbing on the pool table and shit.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, for sure. Do you remember? I know you don't even bring this up, but I'm gonna do it anyway. But do you remember when we were looking out the window when you seen that girl? This girl had must have had the biggest titties I've ever seen in my life.
oh man, I do. And she was wearing that like blue silk shirt,
Yeah,
and it was just like, I was like, holy
these
God,
things were like fucking like you could like
bro,
hug one of them.
bro,
You know,
like
like,
one of those titties was like that was like the Eddie G belly, each one of them.
yeah, each
Hey,
one of them. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, like yo, you know that, yo, something was wrong with her, man. Yo, that's like some like yo, you'd see her on like Ancient Aliens or something. You know what I mean? Be like, yeah, this like the Nephilim titty. Yo, you be watching those Nephilim titties, bro. Like,
Yeah, like they definitely need to be like science experiments for sure. You
right,
know?
fucking Einstein's brain, the fucking Branford bitches, big titties.
Like,
Einstein's brain and some Branford chicks huge tits. Just in a jar,
I
pickling.
just remember you're yelling, you're yelling at her, and I was like
Yo, what was I
dying
yelling
laughing.
though? I don't remember yelling at her. I don't yell at anybody, man. I don't talk shit to nobody with big tits walking down the street. Fuck no.
Definitely good times though. Definitely good times.
That was like the best part of the video shoot.
Right?
Yo, shut up, Branford.
Definitely shout out to Brantford for sure.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
so yeah, so I want to get like interview style so like when did you actually start rapping?
I started rapping. Uh, I started rapping and like I used to chill in Hagersville a lot with my cousin when I was like 14, 15.
Yeah.
Out there, and he always listened to hip hop. I remember like my first albums were like when I was like 14. You know what I mean? My first I've been listening to like Jedi Mind Tricks and like Atmosphere, God Loves
Mm,
Ugly, and all that underground kind of stuff, right?
yeah.
So like we would just start like freestyling and whatever, right? And like I really sucked. I was no good. So like
Yeah.
I would be cool in front of my cousin, my big cousin. He wouldn't talk shit to me that I was whack, right? So like he'd let me rap and shit, and you know, I go back. I'd always want to rap. Like I was probably 16 years old, like or maybe like when I first rapped in front of somebody, like at my high school or something, right?
Yeah.
And I freestyled. I don't even know if I freestyled to a beat or if somebody was just like banging on the cafeteria table or something, right?
Yeah.
But I started just freestyling anyway. It was just like as like a thing. I freestyle at parties, whatever, like make fun of people. I ended up getting
Yeah.
all right at it. So I ended up being I was at a movie theater and I seen Lipinski with somebody, right? This is like
Yeah.
before I was in like even like chilling with Lipinski regular. Like I knew him from high school. So I seen him at the movie theater like with somebody, like I think it was the guy's name was like Jared or something. What's his name? Red Eyes was his rap name. Jared something. I don't know. You probably know the guy.
Okay.
Anyway, we go outside for a smoke, me and Lipinski, like when this movie started, and we're like smoking weed outside. And like he ended up like I knew he rapped because he gave me a track in high school to listen to. But like I freestyled for him outside and he was like, yo, you gotta come to my boy Maloney's house, right? He does these Monday night massacres. You gotta come check him, right? So I went down to fucking the infamous Maloney's basement in
Yeah.
Brantford. And yo, if you do hip hop in Brantford and you haven't been in Maloney's basement, then you know, like you don't know Brantford hip hop. but like, but no. So I went to Maloney's
Facts.
basement and I did like my first masker or whatever. Like I wasn't again like I wasn't like too dope at that time, right? I was just strictly freestyling. But then that's when I started taking it serious. Is when I hit that masker point and I was like, yo, I can start rapping. Like I started rapping and I started getting better with the pen, better at writing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like anybody can impress anybody. Like you know talking shit like at a party, freestyling drunk. Like Eddie, you've been around. You've seen it happen
For
so
sure,
many times, right?
for sure.
Everybody
Yeah,
wants to rap on their fucking trunk, right?
yeah, yeah.
Fucking, so like, anybody can do that. But yeah, I started practicing the pen game, getting real nice with it. I think I got real nice with it anyway.
No,
Fucking
you are.
no, yeah, the snowball went on from there, man. From the massacres to Malone producing the villainous for me to like the Blackwater getting started. Shout out to Santoro, C-Rack to down on my last marble. Here we are. So yeah, that was the start when I started. I just started like just freestyling like as a kid around my cousin.
Nice, nice. Definitely, it's definitely a dope story of I like how like you say like a lot of people don't want to admit like you're like yeah when I started out I was whack
Yeah,
like
yeah, everybody is, man. Unless you're like,
yeah like yeah like we like we're all whack at like all these things we become good
all right,
at
yo, I'll
one
take
point.
it back. I was never fucking whack. All right, Eddie.
No like all these things we're great at now like all of us we're like we had to start somewhere.
Exactly, exactly. Some people can jump in and just be dope. Sometimes you can. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Sometimes a guy like, man, like sometimes you go, run the 100 meter. You can run it faster than everybody else. This guy's never trained a day in his life. Sometimes people are just good at it, right? I was
yeah,
I was good at like freestyling, like cracking jokes, basically. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how I started. But yeah, like when you start writing, it's different, man. It's a lot
oh,
different
sure.
when you start writing, and especially when you're like kind of like a perfectionist, like I am,
Yeah.
especially like when the bars come together and stuff, like the syllable placement, all that stuff, like it can be a real fucking headache being an MC.
Yeah, do you remember the first time that you were like, "Yo, I actually gotta write this hook"? Because like writing hooks is like a whole different kind of beast. Like when you start making music,
It
do you
is.
remember you remember like the first time or the first couple times that you were like, "Yo, I gotta do these hooks."
Yo, listen. Shout outs to Icon. We used to, bro, like all our hooks and shit. Like it was like a verse almost. It was like something like we would take like I don't know. For me anyway, I would take like something I wrote in a verse, right? Because
Yeah,
I could never write hooks very well. I'm just always like straight bars. I
yeah,
can never really write hooks, so I'm just like sometimes like fucking I would take like, oh, this is a catchy part of my verse, right? Let's make it a hook. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Let's put it this way: that I did a feature with Maloney, "Look in My Eyes," right?
yeah,
So I start out the verse like, "Look in my eyes and see what I see. Walk through my shoes with the people I meet. Through the evil side streets, I see me beside me. Flow like Venice streets on my level you would never be." And then I drop my verse. That was just like an intro to my verse,
yeah,
right? Kind of like a little X homage, whatever. And then I'm like, and then Malone's like, yo, that's the hook. We got to use that as a hook, right?
yeah.
So like any real dope hook that I have has just kind of came about. You know what I mean? Like I
Okay,
don't I don't sit there and write a hook. Like, I just kind of like maybe take something that's like from my verse, you know what I
okay,
mean? Repeat it. Unless I have like a real concept, then I run it. Like I'm talking like before though. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like when I first started like having to write hooks. Oh shit, man. That's harder. I'd rather write 10 verses than a hook. I'll tell you that.
For me I always I would I always start with the hook. I always like when I was making songs. Like I always
Always.
like
Eh?
I always start with the hook. I always write the hook first. Because I know I know I usually just get frustrated like when we go to shows because I kind of felt how some of the rappers I felt about me, but I always felt um I'm like yo like my hooks are better than your guys like I was
Yeah.
like everybody be like oh your verses aren't really there, your verses aren't really there. I'm like yeah but your hooks aren't really there. Like I always felt like I always had hooks and but I always started with my hooks.
Yo, admit it. You got bad credit and overdraft. You bad with math. That's
Right.
the banger, bro. That's the bang. Yeah, yo, hook's the last thing I always work on, man, because it's the thing I like, dread the most. Unless, like now, like what I do is like I'll be listening to a beat or whatever, and I'll just think of like the rhythm. You know what I mean? Like I'll think of something like something catchy that like one of my boys talking shit or whatever they say it sticks in your head.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? And I'll be like, all right, like how can I use this? How can I repeat this over and make it simple and like make it into a track that'll fit my shit.
right.
You know what I mean? Just take a little inspiration like that. But definitely, it's for me personally, it's definitely for me easier writing a verse than a hook for sure.
Okay, okay. Me, I pretty much the opposite. I was pretty much the opposite. Like the hook would come to me like super quick, and then I'd be like, all right, now, now how do I start this verse? Um,
There, there you go.
but
You write my hooks now. I'll start writing your verses. We'll just change, and then we'll just put out bangers right there.
what do you actually think about somebody helping somebody with a verse? Like like for me
What's help? You got to explain help. Like what's helping with a verse? Like you know what I mean? Like what do you mean? What's helping? Like am I giving you bar? Am I giving you 4 bars? Am I giving you 8 written bars of mine? Or do you have the 4 bars and I just tell you say it this
like
way?
let's say okay I'll give you a scenario I did with somebody. So me and this person sat down and we're like, all right, we'll do this thing together. So we put on the beat and we had the concept. So like I think I didn't spit it, the other guy spit it, but I
Yeah,
thought of like the first like the opener, and then and then he thought of the next couple lines, and then I was like, oh, you just said this, you should approach this next line like this. He thought of the words, but I gave him like the idea of where to go with it,
yeah,
and and we kind of did the whole verse like that. Like I thought of a couple rhymes, he thought of a couple rhymes, and like we're both like, okay, the next part should kind of go in this direction, kind of like and build the whole verse like that. Do you think you'd ever do that with somebody?
Well, like when you're in the studio writing a track with
Yeah,
somebody, you know what I mean? Like you both have your input like that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So yeah, like if I'm in the studio, if I'm writing a track and somebody's like, "Oh, yo, like this was dope," but yo, I think you should say it like this. You know what I mean? If it sounds better, like,
yeah,
maybe. Like a lot of the times, like me, bro, like, when you're an MC, like you always think you're better than everybody anyway. So what's somebody gonna tell me? You say you think it's better,
sure.
that's nice. I probably tell you the way I have it's better anyway. But like I will take that into consideration if I really do think it's doper, or if it's
Yeah,
a really dope idea, like, or yeah, like play off it like this, go with that. Like, yeah, you can work together on a track and be cohesive on a track and like, work together to get the track done. But as for somebody like giving you bars, like that's whack. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
If I just come in with like a written verse already and be like, oh, here you go, like that,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
I feel like like that's whack. But like if you're sitting there together, you kind of constructing it together.
Yeah, that's working on a track together. I think, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's like you listen to everybody on the radio right now, and nobody writes their own shit anyway. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? So like,
yeah,
I don't know what merit you can put behind people writing their own shit anymore. Anyway, I
right.
don't know. I don't know if that's even like a thing anymore. Like if
Yeah,
anybody, oh, like this guy's a rapper, he's dope. Yeah, but he doesn't write any of his shit. So how is he dope? Oh, well, he's got these, like you know how it goes, right? Like I don't think there's any validity to that anymore,
yeah,
which kind of cheeses me off a little bit.
yeah.
You know,
Like like
like
like like like, like fucking Dr. Dre is dope. Like when I listen to Dr. Dre rap, I know he didn't write it, but like he still
yeah,
raps it really good.
yeah, it'd be like Royce or like M or like you know what I mean, like Jay,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
fucking man. I even like I'm a big Will Smith fan, bro, and like when I realized
Me
Jay
too.
Z wrote "Getting Jiggy with It," it crushed me. Like, you know what I mean? When I realized Nas wrote fucking Miami, bro, like I'm dying over here, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, the 8-year-old me, who just wants to, like get jiggy with it. Like, like when I just like 7, 8, like grade 2, that's all you're allowed to listen to is Big
Yeah.
Willie style. Yo, getting jiggy with it, shit, bro.
Yo,
Damn, son.
definitely.
But yeah, like I just don't know. Like I don't know, like about the writing thing. I don't know if that's like a thing anymore. If people would like Like I think, yeah, if you're in the studio working with somebody and they like say this, say that, and like you're going together, like there, I don't know. People know what's biting. People know what's ghostwriting. People know what's good. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
so, like if you have somebody writing your shit, that's whack. If you know, if you're in the studio with your boy and you're bouncing ideas off each other and you know whatever, cool. You get an idea, like you link me an idea, fine. Like you know what I mean? I'll tell you,
yeah.
like bro, it was fucking yo. Shout out to C-Rack, yo, homeboy C-Rack right here.
Bruh, bruh, bruh,
Fucking
bruh.
I'll give you an example here. Like C-Rack's chilling. We're watching this Kevin Hart special or whatever, right? We're throwing this on, and there's like, what he walked by the poster. This is like a month ago or something, right?
Yeah,
And like I'm taking a hit of weed, and he's like, yo, he's seen Richard Pryor, like a poster of Richard Pryor there or something, right?
yeah.
So like this is completely fucking stupid, right? But this guy goes like, and we're all fucking. He goes like, "Yo, she took my dick prior, like the comedian, right?" And I'm just like, I start laughing. He's like talking about a girl like taking his dick prior, like the comedian. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
so why? I'll give you an example of where I would take that, right? So I say,
Yeah.
man, when you see me in Lambos, the cleanest rims, bands are the greenest spend. The plan that you're seeing is to get your wife with me with her hands at her feet again. She took my dick prior like the stand-up comedian. You know what I mean? So you tell me, is that me biting that, or is that me taking something my homie says, making it dope, taking an idea? If you do something like
Right?
that, I think that shit's dope. Like that's
That
how
is, that
people
is.
rhymes. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
definitely. And like,
yeah, I think
we have to realize like all of us, we get inspired by shit. You know, like, it's not always biting, but like, I feel there's a difference between like biting and being inspired. I feel like biting is taking like the exact thing and like is copying it. I feel like being inspired is like taking that and like flipping it like and adding your own shit to it. Like you're just saying like you add like the whole beginning to that and built up
yeah,
a line to say that, right?
exactly. It's completely the whole thing. But like when it comes to rap, right? Like you can't take somebody's rhyme and then make it your own. That's still biting. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? But like since homeboy C Rack's not a MC's not a rapper, you know what I mean? Like that's just shit talk. That's flying out of somebody's mouth. That's the inspiration you take it from. Like if you hear that inspiration in a track and you're like, yeah, Ghostface Killer said this. You know what I mean? And I like that rhyme. So I'm gonna say something like this. You know, and you make a rhyme similar to me, that's biting. You
okay,
can't.
but so you're saying like because CR he's not a rapper. So what if you're chilling
It's
with a
got nothing to
rapper?
do with rap. It's no other rap line like that, right?
Okay, okay. So like yeah,
So you
I
know what
was
I mean?
saying
Like
if you're chilling with a rapper, he says something fly. It's not even in a rap. It's just when you guys are chilling. Is that like
if another rapper spits a rhyme to me, right?
yeah,
Right? Say you spit a dope rhyme to me, and I like it. Okay,
yeah,
I can. What if I take that rhyme you just spit and flip it and twist it and make it different? But it's the same shit. So I basically just got your idea from you, and just flipped it. You know what I mean? It's
yeah,
like it's different when you're a rapper. Like you can't do it with other rappers.
correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah,
Like if you see you watch a TV show, you watch Family Guy. Peter Griffin says something real funny. He's beating up a chicken, and then you start talking about beating up some chicken on the whatever. You know what I mean? Like you
yeah,
got something like that. That's not that's not bite because he's not a rapper. You know what I mean? You're
for
drawing
sure.
inspiration from something that's not somebody else's music.
Yeah,
That's my stance on
boom, boom. That's your b-boy stance.
it. Packetwood b-boy in a white man stance.
So like yeah. So do you feel like what do you actually feel better you're better at? Rapping or making beats?
Oh, like see how I feel and how other people feel are two different things all the time. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I think I'm like, yeah, fuck it. Like I should quit rap. Like, you know what I mean? I should just produce.
Yeah.
You know, like that's how I can make money. Like screw rapping. Like I'm sick of it. Sometimes like it's the other way around. I'm like, yo, I should just strictly keep working on my craft. Like you came this far. You know what I mean? Build more, be doper. Always get doper. You know? And like I don't know. I don't know which one I'm doper at. I don't know which one I like more. You know, I don't know which one I hate more. I don't know which one's more of a pain in the ass.
Yeah,
You know,
you each have like you each have
both
your
of them
time
are
to
my
like
life.
yeah like like I kind of get like the feeling there where you're like sometimes I want to make beats, sometimes I want to rap.
Well, yeah, that's exactly it. Like, you know, like I don't like I couldn't like that's kind of a dope thing though. I couldn't tell you which one I like more. You know, I like yeah. There was a time, there was a time for sure that I liked to rap a lot better. You know, like when you first start rapping and you first like feel like you get dope and you get that inspiration, you're like, you know, you're like a fucking animal. Nobody can touch you. Like all you do is rap. Like, you know, yo, put on a beat, put on a beat. Yo, you've rapped for an hour already. I don't care. Put on a beat. Like, you know what I mean? You
Yeah.
know, now it's like it's different than that now, I guess, when it comes to rap because my focus is on production as well.
Yeah.
Um, maybe that's it. Maybe
Well,
that's
I want to actually I actually think these are pretty interesting. Have you ever thought about like doing interviews, like you interviewing people?
me interviewing people.
Yeah, have you ever thought about it? Like, I think it'd be interesting conversations.
Hey, listen, man, like I got that outlet, you know, I could go interview like, you know, shit for breaking records and go interview all these guys that we're interviewing. But you know what? Like, you know, I'm not allowed apparently. So, Eddie, you really think that's a good idea, me talking to people all the time online? Like, I'm surprised. I'm
I'm
surprised
not
this
saying like all the
interview
time.
hasn't got blown up yet.
I'm not really saying like all the time, but I'm saying like the odd interview, like you with certain guests. I think it'd be dope.
You know what? There was one guest I really wanted to do. I wanted to fucking interview Ari the Rugged Man because, you know,
I think that right there, but like I think that'd be dope. I think you interviewing him would be dope.
yeah, I think there's a couple artists I would like to interview for like breaking records and stuff. But hey, man, you know, shout outs to our breaking records interviewers. They do a real good job. I'll leave the interviewing to them and Eddie G. For now, until I get the green light.
For sure, for sure. So yeah, like definitely like we'll have to link soon. Like fuck this whole lockdown shit. Like again, like it's been too long. You and C-Rec. I haven't
It
seen
has, man.
I haven't seen you guys in mad time.
Link up and get drunk and shit and get into some shenanigans.
Yeah. You have any questions for me?
Uh,
Let's
yeah,
flip this. Let's
yeah.
flip
How
this.
can I order?
Let's actually have you interview me right now.
All right, Eddie G, where can I get one of those fucking fresh ass hoodies you're wearing? That's what I want to know.
Okay. You can get right from my inbox.
Right from your inbox.
Yeah, yeah. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about what colors you want, what size, and
We'll
I'll
order it up.
order it, and then I'll ship it. I'll ship it.
All right, last question before the interview's done. Then, since this, yeah, when's the last time you got pussy?
Oh, fucking
Oh, Eddie, I knew. Oh,
time, time.
when's the last time you got dick?
Um,
Oh,
well, I jerked off before the interview.
oh, that's gross. I wish I never fucking answered the phone.
It
All
helps me
right, man.
relax before my.
You got any more questions for me, bro?
No. I'm good.
All right,
I'm
yo,
good.
hey, yo, thanks for having me, bro. Shout out Eddie G, Oasis, breaking records.
Oh, for sure, definitely. All right.
All right, easy, homie.
Peace.